Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Wednesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page to watch on demand. Today is September 26, 2018, and now the News at Noon. From the Journal, file photo. Turnover of top managers and doctors at Southwest Memorial Hospital has become part of the challenge of an ongoing financial recovery process, officials say. This year, management consulting firm Community Hospital Corp was contracted by the hospital to conduct a financial audit and implement corrective plans. Overstaffing was identified as a key issue, resulting in 40 layoffs in August. Current staff at the hospital is 380. Changes in management continue. Last week, Interim Chief Financial Officer Sam Radke, part of the CHC recovery team, was let go after 2 months on the job, said hospital CEO Tony Sudath, also of the CHC team. Radke had replaced CFO Angela Coble, who was let go in April. Also, Southwest Hospital System board member Scott Steves has announced he plans to resign from the board in December. SHS is a private nonprofit that operates the hospital under a lease from the Montezuma County Hospital District. Radke has a background in working to turn around distressed hospitals and said in a brief statement that he was glad to help out in the process of Southwest. Sudath emphasized that Radke was an interim CFO and a search was ongoing to fill the position. We are committed to this recovery, and while the process is difficult and challenging, we believe this hospital is viable, Sudath said. Steves was appointed as a board member in early 2015. He's also a certified registered nurse anesthetist at Southwest. Steves was out of town and was not available for comment about his resignation and time on the board until next week. Southwest will have a public forum to discuss hospital matters on Wednesday today at 5 p.m. at the Cortez City Hall. Hospital management and members of both boards will be present to answer questions from the public. From the Durango Herald, courtesy photos. U.S. Representative Scott Tipton says he will focus on issues important to his district and not the fireworks emerging from the White House if reelected for a fifth term. Staying away from the political drama unfolding in the White House is a pre-Donald Trump practice, Tipton said in a meeting with the Durango Herald editorial board on Monday. Quote, "I didn't comment on everything President Barack Obama did, much to the dismay of people in my own party," said Tipton, who represents the 3rd Congressional District. Speaking of Trump, Tipton said he disagrees with some of his policies on tariffs and he wishes the president would drop his Twitter account. He needs to be thoughtful, Tipton said, but we elected a very unconventional president. He's not a politician. Tariffs have pinched Evraz Rocky Mountain steel in Pueblo, and Trump said he has spoken with Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin and Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross about accelerating exemptions to tariffs that would benefit Russian-owned Evraz. He described his effort as a, quote, matter of incremental policy adjustments. But on the whole, the Cortez Republican is pleased with the tax cuts and deregulatory efforts coming from the Trump administration. Why would you vote against empowering people with their own money, he said of opponents to the Republican and Trump-backed tax cuts passed earlier this year. He credits the tax cuts for pushing the latest quarter's gross domestic product growth to 4.2% and with increasing the number of people re-entering the labor market because of the brightening employment picture. Instead of focusing on the daily controversy in Washington, Tipton said his energy is focused on legislative efforts he sees as beneficial to his district. Gaining House passage of the Resilient Federal Forest Act of 2017, which allows the U.S. Forest Service to enact management plans to include grazing and commercial forest thinning, is more important than dealing with the daily Twitter storms, Tipton said. While environmentalists are often opposed to his efforts, Tipton said he views policies he backs as beneficial to the environment. Quote, "I will always contend some of the best custodians of our land are our farmers and ranchers. They've cleared land of noxious weeds," he said. "Come out with me and visit ranchers. They are the last ones who want to overgraze." Simply introducing his Water Rights Protection Act of 2017, he said, has led the Forest Service to back off of a proposed policy that would have required permit holders on Forest Service land to sign over water rights to the agency. It is behind-the-scenes efforts, Tipton said, where he thinks his efforts will produce the best results for the Western Slope. Reported in the Durango Herald, courtesy photo. Gubernatorial candidate Walker Stapleton said business is better at solving problems than government, a theme of his campaign for Colorado's chief executive that he plans to implement if elected in November. Stapleton, who currently serves as state treasurer, said that if elected, he would work with professionals in the private sector, like those in the energy or medical industry, to shape policy in the state to better benefit Colorado residents. Quote, "I'm thinking more operationally about a problem. Can government provide services better than innovators in the private sector?" Stapleton said Saturday in an interview with the Durango Herald's editorial board. "There's no way the government will provide better outcomes." Stapleton is running a campaign against Democrat U.S. Representative Jared Polis, one of the wealthiest members of Congress. Both men are vying to take over the office of Governor John Hickenlooper, who is term limited. The governor has the power to sign or veto bills passed by the Colorado General Assembly, convene a legislature, appoint members to state boards and commissions, and grant pardons. Here are some of the talking points Stapleton shared with the Herald. Stapleton said he would take a law and order approach to cities in Colorado that refuse to cooperate with immigration and customs enforcement, so-called sanctuary cities, that formed in the wake of the Trump administration's actions against people who are living in the U.S. without documentation or citizenship. He said he intends to work with sheriff's offices across the state to give them money for legal representation if sued over a case that involves working with ICE. On energy, the state needs to, quote, work collaboratively rather than combatively with the energy industry, he said. He'd like to hold the energy industry accountable for emissions, something he said Colorado has done masterfully in the past few years. As to roads, Stapleton said he also supports the, quote, Fix Our Damn Roads initiative that puts the onus to find funding to fix transportation infrastructure on the government rather than the taxpayer. Transportation funding could come from sports gambling, he said, a source of revenue that the U.S. Supreme Court legalized earlier this year. On marijuana and hemp, Stapleton believes taxes on medical marijuana should be increased. That money could be used to improve roads, he said. Medical marijuana is not subject to a 15% tax that recreational marijuana is, but it is hemp, an industrial form of marijuana with low psychoactive ingredients that could fix the problems associated with climate change, Stapleton said. Hemp materials are easily disposed of, and that makes them better for the environment, Stapleton said. And finally, with regard to our water issues, Stapleton also wants to create new reservoirs to improve storage for what he called a, quote, finite resource in water. He said it is a multi-billion-dollar proposal to build new reservoirs, and he hopes Colorado will improve its conservation efforts in the private sector, specifically in agriculture. We need to move to an action stage, and I think storage and cleaning existing facilities is a way to do it, Stapleton said. And now, let's take a look at our weather. The National Weather Map shows us two areas with a slight risk of flash flooding today, one in central Tennessee and central Kentucky, and the other in the northeast and southern New England. The Ohio Valley and Tennessee Valley have received substantial rainfall lately, with another 1 to 2 inches expected today, with locally higher amounts possible. Rains continue to cloud over Texas, across the southeast and Florida, and up the east coast, while the rest of the country remains under a high pressure, creating warmer than usual temperatures and dry weather for the next 24 hours. Regionally, not much change in the long-term forecast. Regionally speaking, from Thursday night through the first half of the weekend, dry days are expected throughout all of the eastern Utah area and western Colorado on both Friday and Saturday as well. Temperatures will run around 10 degrees or more above average, with mid-80s expected in the lower valleys. By Sunday, attention shifts to the eastern Pacific, where eventual Hurricane Rosa will sit somewhere off the coast of the Baja. At the same time, the west coast pattern with southwesterly flow will strengthen. There is a potential for subtropical moisture to stream northward from Sunday evening through to Tuesday, but the forecast isn't clear on the actual path just yet. It is possible that the subtropical moisture in the vicinity of the hurricane is the primary culprit for a heavy rain threat over Utah and Colorado from Monday morning through Tuesday evening. So as we get closer to the weekend, we may get a better idea if we'll see that rain or not in our local area. For now, dry except for isolated thunderstorms over the San Juan Mountains until early this afternoon. Thursday through Saturday, dry and warmer weather remains on tap, and then that Sunday through Tuesday, the possibility of a chance of showers and thunderstorms is cropping up on the forecast for now. So our local DCTV 5-day outlook shows today sunny with a high near 71, north-northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming west in the afternoon. Tonight clear with a low around 44, northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east-northeast after midnight. Then Thursday sunny with a high near 76, light and variable winds becoming west 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. Thursday night clear with a low around 46, west winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. Friday sunny again with a high near 78, east-southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest in the afternoon. Friday night, mostly clear with a low around 49. Saturday, sunny with a high near 77. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 51. Sunday, sunny with a high near 76 to start. And Sunday night, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy with a low around 51, as you see those lightning strikes on the graphics. Monday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 73. Monday night, a chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 51. So gosh, that full moon was fantastic and kept things lit all night long. Here's a photo of the night sky just before the actual full moon. It was nice, crisp, cool nights, and warm days are thoroughly enjoyable. So we are looking to remain the same through to Sunday. Get out and enjoy. And now back to the news. From the Durango Herald, courtesy photo, Radcraft. Further cementing Durango's place in the world of craft brewing, 2 local breweries brought home gold medals from this year's Great American Beer Festival in Denver. Ska Brewing Company's Oktoberfest won the gold medal in the Vienna-style lager category, and Steamworks Brewing Company's Colorado Kolsch won the gold in the German-style Kolsch category. The winners were announced this past Saturday afternoon. More than 2,404 breweries from 49 states entered more than 8,500 beers to the festival, including the 4 brews that Ska and Steamworks each entered, according to a news release from the Brewers Association, which hosts the festival. When you win something like that, it really validates what you do and everything you work so hard for, said Ska co-owner Dave Thibodeau. He said Ska's Oktoberfest beer is a Vienna-style lager, so it's got a little bit of darker malts in it. It's not very hoppy. Brian McAtkron, co-founder of Steamworks, said he appreciates having both Durango breweries win. We were able to cheer for each other. It always feels good to have Durango, Colorado on that Jumbotron in front of thousands of other quality brewers, he said. It's so good for us and our downtown. Ken Martin, Steamworks Director of Brewing Operations, described the Colorado Kolsch as, quote, kind of a hybrid between a lager and an ale. It's light in style and it's got a little bit of wheat malt in there. It's kind of got a subtle fruitiness to it that's pretty typical of the Kolsch. We were one of the first breweries to really take on that style, McAkron said. A lot of other breweries are finally getting what a beautiful style that beer is. Ska and Steamworks beers are available locally at Frosty's Liquor Store in Dove Creek. From the Journal, courtesy photos. The Mancos Creative District will host the 4th Mancos Artist Open Studio Tour on October 6th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. downtown, starting at the Visitor Center. This year's studio tour features 17 local artists located in the downtown Mancos Creative District and throughout the Mancos Valley. This self-guided tour offers a unique and intimate look at spaces where these artists work and create, as well as a chance to talk with the artists about their creative processes. Ann Beach said in a news release. Many artists will conduct demonstrations in their studios throughout the day. Featured art includes blacksmithing, ornamental ironwork, sculpture, pottery, painting, encaustics, mixed media, and jewelry. The self-guided tour starts at the Mancos Visitor Center at 101 Bauer Avenue, where the participants can come and pick up a map of the studios participating. Maps also will be available at each of the studios along the way. Spend the day exploring the galleries and studios of the beautiful Mancos Valley and end your day at the Mancos Brewery, Fenceline Cidery, or one of our restaurants, Beach said. The following artists are participating in this studio tour: Stacey Lynn Brown, StaceyLynnBrown.com, Kat Bemner, Patsy Davis, Lily Diane, YourSoulPicnic.com, Veryl Goodnight Gallery, VerylGoodnight.com, Janet Harrell, Lily Russo, Marilyn Croker, Carol Mahesi, Nate Osgood, Susan Reed, SusanReedColors.com, Patty Russell, Stephanie J. Smith at cosmithcreative.etsy.com, Judith Stone with Russell Box Sr. at russellboxsenior.com, Rebecca Syndergaard, Steve Williams, cowboyforge.com, Jen Wright, and TJ Zark. For more information, contact Ann Beach at Anne, A-N-N-E, at mancoscreativedistrict.com. Also a note that local artist Cody Lyon will be showing at the Oleo of Mancos, opening October 13th from 4 to 6 p.m. Fantastic large-scale oil paintings that bring your energy and stylings to life. This Thursday in Dove Creek's Rock Art program, she'll be hosting a class at the Rock Building for those over 18, starting at 6:30, first come, first seats. Today's High Canyon Country happenings: September 28th, Montezuma Community Barn and Contra Dance. Walk through a lesson at 7 p.m., followed by dance from 7:30 to 9:30 to be held at the Dolores River Campground Recreation Hall. That's 1 mile north of Dolores on Highway 145. With caller Peggy Hardy of Moab, Utah live band Amera Celtic, based in Dolores, Colorado. The cost is $10 for adults, students are $5, and families are $20 to $25. Remember, no experience or partner is needed. Visit their Facebook page for more information information about this and other regional contra dances. This dance is sponsored in part by the Outreach Fund of the Country Dance and Song Society, or CDSS.org. Also this Friday night, local funk legends Jay Calvin will bring their soul-drenched sound to the Dolores River Brewery. This exciting new band mixes jazz, funk, soul, and decades of musical experience into an entrancing night enlightenment. $10 cover charge at the door. And this Friday, the 28th, is also the local Dove Creek High School football game. Starting at 6 p.m., it's against Del Norte. They'll be recognizing Friday with those who are currently in the service of our country at the halftime. Come out and support the Bulldogs. All of these happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with our YouTube channel, on-demand replays, weather, notices, original stories, and local posts. To share your event or information, contact us. It's dcbnnews@gmail.com or call the station 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Thursday and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. Please like us there and share it with a friend. This has been a production of DCTV. For the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA, I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.